Whether the contractor has agreed to vacate the site and agreed to termination, or he has challenged
the chief officer can comment on
that.
Chair, perhaps this is one of the reasons why we as a Senate, in our wisdom or lack thereof, advised that we do not begin new projects before we complete such existing projects. Because you can see, already they're saying over 29 million shillings has already been paid, and they're telling us the building is just rotting there. That is money that could have gone to help the people of Embu. So this is some of the reasons why we were saying, don't start new ones. Just let's complete these ones first to get that value for money.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one thing to terminate a contract, but it's also, there's also a duty that if money was paid for no value, that people must be held to account. If there's an officer wanted to explain something?
Yes, the chief officer.
Yeah, make it very brief.
He was responding to Senator Cheregai's.
Yes, I want to confirm that the contract was terminated, and after due process of rule, and the contractor did not come back, did not respond, he just went away. So by action of the rule, I think he has no case to come back. Only the payment that was made.
The question was, are you aware whether they have challenged in a court of law the issue of coming back
No.
or not?
No.
There is no
So
chance.
the time has lapsed?
Yes.
Okay. So you can now re-advertise for a new contractor?
Yes.
Okay.
OIG, are we still disclosing contingent liabilities under accrual?
The management is supposed to be disclosing, however, it was not disclosed, Chair.
Yeah, because I see it's all blank, even though this would not be a contingent liability because there is no evidence that anything has been filed.
True, Chair.
Okay, honourable members, we on that particular matter, we'll be recommending that EACC looks at the 55%, but also encouraging the Assembly to provide budgets if this is part of the county's priorities. But if the governor has a nice house where she's staying, then she can continue staying at home. I mean, it's just an issue of priorities. I believe between putting up a palatial,
that was my challenge.
Palatial residence and
Chair,
the level 4.
I have 85 health facilities waiting to be completed. I am in a home right now. I'm not sleeping out. In terms of priority, I think that may be why the residents are suffered, because to me, it didn't look like it was a priority, truly. But I undertake that in this coming financial year, I'll go out of my way to put some money to complete the building after it's been re-evaluated, or is it
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chair, can you clear something for me? I thought the money that is specifically for construction of residences is ring-fenced.
No, it's not.
No, what we did was to provide a conditional grant to a few counties for county headquarters.
Yes.
But for the governor's residence, we put a cap, and that cap was subject to the budgetary, the appropriation of the county assembly. The criminality would be if the governor is still drawing an allowance.
No, I'm not.
So if the governor is not drawing an allowance, and
that was made very clear
and
to me.
she's not complaining, she can sleep in an Airbnb, then really it's not for us to insist. But there'll be another governor, Mundigi, who might not be comfortable in sleeping in Airbnbs.
Yeah, that's why I'll go out of my way.
Future.
I'll now give it some priority.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine, so let's keep that in view, but the 55% needs to be investigated. Failure to establish and gazette the Alcoholic Drinks Board, has this been resolved?
No, Chair.
What's the problem, Governor? I mean,
Where is it?
how are you doing your liquor licenses?
The department acknowledges the audit observation regarding the absence of a formally established and gazetted Embu County Alcoholics Drinks Control Board as provided under Section 4.1 of the Embu County Alcoholic Drinks Act 2021. It is important to note that the Act was recently amended through the Embu County Alcoholic Drinks Control Amendment Act 2024, number 6 of 2024, which commenced on 16 September 2024. The amendment revised Section 4.3 to update the composition and the appointment procedure by the board. And it states there what needed to be amended. We were bringing in more representation of young people and the NGO, civil society organizations. So following these legislative changes, the department has initiated the process of establishing the board in line with the amended law. Consultations with the relevant stakeholders have also been concluded. A draft list of nominees has been prepared. These nominees will be formally presented to the County Assembly for consideration and approval, after which the appointments will be gazetted to operationalize the board.
What timelines should we be working with?
I think let's give it a month, max, we should be done.
So we'll put it within our 60-day implementation follow-up. We keep that in view.
Yes.
Failure to surrender interests, the Auditor General says 5 million is still outstanding, but is there evidence that recoveries have been initiated?
Yes, Chair. We looked at the payroll. It's being recovered.
So we keep that in view as well. Irregular engagement of casual employees. On this, Governor, the question we had in mind is that you have guidelines on hiring of casual workers in Embu County Public Service, which states that a casual worker will not be engaged for more than 1 month. And I thought that the national policy puts it at 6 months. Am I right? Someone
6 or 3.
Someone introduced themselves as chair of the Public Service Board.
No, I'm the county secretary.
You can respond to that.
What is the national
Usually
guideline?
casuals, I believe, is 3 months, but I can confirm that.
It's
but
3 months. So
it's usually 3
why?
months.
Of course, you are not bound by circulars from PSC,
Yes.
because you are county governments. Why did you, in your wisdom, bring yours down to 1 month? You were just curious about
This
that.
was a document of the County Public Service Board, and actually I had not seen about the 1 month, to be frank. I knew it is 3 months, even in our discussions with them, was supposed to be 3 months. I'm actually noting this now. I had not seen the 1
then
month.
what did you look at this
now,
report?
on this matter, Honorable Chair, actually the 442 staff are not newly recruited staff. These were staff that had been previously engaged by the hospital boards, and they were getting paid through the manual payroll. So when the government directive came that we have to put everyone into the IPPD, then the board advised that...
sorry, County Attorney. County Secretary.
Secretary, yes.
County Secretary.
Yes.
The basis of the basis upon which the OAG says you are not in conformity,
Yes.
is your guidelines on hiring of casual workers.
Sorry.
So how do you propose we deal with that if you are not agreeing on the basis of the non-conformance? Because these are your guidelines. They're not national. And I agree that the national ones do not apply to you
Yes.
unless you don't have something.
Yes.
So, because, you should be telling us you are going back to look at it and amend it so that it is in line with the national one, or you are going to comply with it. But
1 month may be
1 month
difficult.
is impractical.
Yes, it is.
That's the point.
It is.
But it is what you have.
That's what I'm surprised about. But allow me, I bring it up with the Public Service Board.
Remember, we are at the Senate. We must make a final determination and send our report to the House. We don't have that luxury.
Could you give me time, like maybe even 30 days?
Are you familiar with Article 229 that gives us only 3 months to conclude this exercise? And
Maybe-
the courts have told us that those timelines are mandatory. And so we do not have
Because this
we don't have any latitude to donate that
this
timeline
would
to you.
require editing if it is indeed 1 month. allow me, even if it's a week, we can have an ad hoc, a cabinet sitting after we have reviewed this 1 month to an appropriate.
Who's the custodian
term.
of this?
The County Public Service Board.
Are they here?
They are not here today.
So who was coming to respond to this query beside the governor?
Now that they were aware I was here.
Yeah, the good thing about your account is that you are very frank. You guys are frank. When you don't know, you say you don't know, which is good, but dangerous as well, because this you ought to know. So, members, how do we deal with this?
Give us a week, please.
To do what?
rectify this.
A week. What do you want to do within a week?
What you want to do within this week, reach out to the County Public Service Board, have a review.
I thought, Chair, you're asking the committee,
of this
or
timeline.
the CS is now part of the committee.
No,
I thought it is in the recommendation of the committee.
I have told them they are very nice, they are very frank. So
Or she can swap places with Mundiki.
Sifuna used to say of a certain politician, give him the mic.
Yes,
So
give him the mic.
we are giving them the mic to fry themselves.
To entangle. So Chair, I think looking at the HR issues and on these casual employees, I wanted to find out these 442 casual employees, Governor, what is the total workforce of Embu County government? Because if they are doing 442 casual employees, can the governor give us how many workforce do you have? How many number of employees?
We have,
And then number two?
We have 3,527 staff. 3,527.
3,567. Of these, 442 are casual.
Chair, I wish to clarify something.
These were former healthy.
Can I finish, Governor?
Yes, yes.
CS, out of these 35 plus, 442 are casual employees.
Can I clarify that particular point that the senator is bringing up?
Yes, proceed.
That these 442 were actually not new employees. And I think that is where, and it may have been a failure on our part, because according to OAG, they're saying that they were engaged for 1 month, and even there was no evidence of transparency in picking the casual workers. These are workers that had been picked by the hospital boards long before even county governments were established. And then the national, we were given instructions that every employee of county must be paid through the payroll. So it's at the point when we brought them into the payroll that the 442 were now discovered by the OAG. But there are staff who had been working there. I see they're also saying they were above 35 years old, but they had been working for many years, some of them, at the dispensary level, at the level 2s, level 3s, some level 4s. And so we couldn't have sacked them because they had been employed, and we found them in office, and they provide very critical and sensitive services, either as cleaners, whatever it is they do. So that's how they ended up there. But I also want to say there's a very big, there seemed to have been a what can I use? The Public Service Board went ahead and gave 1 month under the basic guidelines of hiring public casual workers. Yet at the point when we brought them in, we gave them 3 months contract renewable. So that's, I think, the thing we need to go and clear with them and come back, and I think that can be done in a record 1 week.
Governor, maybe for us to understand, because in our earlier briefing, we realized that there were very many issues relating to HR. Even issues of lack of annual recruitment plan, that's a responsibility of the board. Yes. Issues of There are others, ethnic composition, 1/3 basic salary, staff above mandatory retirement age. The public service board that you have, is it a board that was established during your time in office, or you inherited it?
No, I inherited it, but we now have a new one that came in December.
In December of last year?
Yes, it was a very problematic.
Would you attribute that to
yes.
the
yes.
kind of scenarios you're
yes.
seeing here?
Yes.
Would you then give us an assurance that going forward, things are going to improve?
In fact, they are already improving. We have a board that is more responsive to the issues affecting the government, and that is really working hard to streamline things.
Fine, so on Victoria, we can resolve the issues. If not, we are going to give fairly strong recommendations, because the human resource is one of the most important resources in county governments. I want us to go ahead to, there are quite a number of issues there where we can base our recommendations on the written responses. But there's one that we must test: non-compliance with the law on the County Appropriation Act 2024. Auditor General. Actually, it starts from 18. Lack of annual development plan, lack of ADP, and then we'll look at non-compliance on the County Appropriation Act, and then we'll also look at the other observation in the ROR, collection of revenue without a finance act.
Thank you, Chair. Lack of an annual development plan. The county executive did not provide the annual development plan for the financial year 2024. 2025 that was submitted to the County Assembly. And this was contrary to Section 126, subsection 3 of the PFM Act, County Governments 2012. I submit, Chair. Do I read all of them?
No, I mean, let's just be...
I can respond, Chair?
Yes, because there is no way a county could develop budgets without an ADP.
Exactly.
So let's see why you did not present that to...
The CEC member responsible for planning submitted the county's annual development plan to the county for approval, County Assembly for approval, and also sent the copies to Commission on Revenue. A plan is a point. A hard copy may not have been given, but